Do you desire what you want? Ever felt that nagging emptiness, that subtle dissonance between what you're pursuing and a deeper, almost inaudible yearning within? That feeling, that quiet unrest, often stems from a fundamental misunderstanding, the chasm that separates wanting from desiring. It's a distinction that psychoanalysis, with its intricate mapping of the human psyche, illuminates with profound clarity. In the realm of psychoanalytic thought, wanting often aligns with demand. Demand is directed at the other, the people, institutions, and societal structures that shape our early lives and continue to exert influence. As infants, our cries are demands for nourishment, comfort, and attention. These demands are crucial for survival and form the bedrock of our interactions. We learn to articulate these needs, these wants, based on what the other provides or seems to value. We want approval, recognition, security, all often filtered through the lens of what we perceive others expect or offer. Desire, on the other hand, is a far more elusive and deeply personal phenomenon. It isn't directed at a specific object or person in the same way that a demand is. Instead, desire is fundamentally linked to a lack, a void within us that we perpetually attempt to fill. It's not about getting a specific thing, it's about the subjective experience of longing, the underlying current that propels us forward, often in ways we don't fully comprehend. Desire is not for the breast, but for the mother's gaze, for the feeling of being loved and recognized in our very being. We desire the desire of the other, not necessarily what they possess, but the fact that they desire, a confirmation of our own existence and worth in their eyes. From our earliest moments, we are entangled in this web of gazes, seeking validation and a sense of self through the reflections we see in others. We are, quite literally, in it, up to our necks. But what happens when the wanting, born from the demands of life and the expectations of others, veers sharply away from our deepest desires? What if the path we diligently tread, fueled by external validation, feels increasingly hollow and unfulfilling? Or worse, what if our desire itself is stifled, locked away in the hidden chambers of our unconscious? This blockage can manifest in countless ways. Our desires can be repressed, pushed down by the weight of societal norms, familial expectations, or even our own internalized fears of judgment or failure. The other, be it parents, partners, or societal pressures, often unknowingly dictates our wants, shaping our choices in education, career, relationships, and even personal aspirations. This external influence can lead us to prioritize the desires of others over our own, burying our authentic longings beneath layers of obligation and the pursuit of external approval. Consider this. My father, a respected lawyer, envisioned a similar path for me. From childhood, subtle suggestions and not-so-subtle encouragements pointed me towards law school. To avoid conflict, to gain his approval, and perhaps even to fulfill a perceived family legacy, I might very well want to study law. I might diligently apply, attend classes, and even achieve academic success. Yet, deep within, a persistent pull toward psychology tugs at my soul. This yearning, this genuine desire, doesn't simply vanish. Repressed and unacknowledged, it can fester, manifesting in insidious ways. Procrastination, a lack of genuine enthusiasm for my studies or future career, and ultimately self-sabotage in areas where I seemingly want to succeed. This internal conflict creates a profound sense of unease, a feeling of living a life that isn't truly mine. Here's another example. Imagine a young woman with a passionate desire for artistic expression, perhaps in music or painting. However, her family strongly believes in the stability of a corporate career. To please them and ensure financial security, a valid want driven by external pressures, she might choose to pursue a degree in business. While she might achieve professional success, the unexpressed artistic desire can lead to feelings of emptiness, a lack of fulfillment, and potentially manifest as anxiety or even depression. The repressed creative urge might resurface in self-destructive habits or a persistent feeling that something vital is missing. One more scenario. A man deeply desires a loving and intimate relationship. However, past experiences of heartbreak have left him with a fear of vulnerability. He might want a partner on a conscious level, but his underlying fear sabotages his attempts at connection. He might push potential partners away, engage in superficial relationships, or find reasons why no one is good enough. His repressed desire for intimacy clashes with his fear-driven behaviors, creating a cycle of loneliness and frustration. If you're finding this exploration of desire and wanting insightful, I encourage you to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Your support helps this channel grow and allows us to continue producing content like this. Feel free to share this with anyone who might find it helpful and leave your thoughts in the comments below. The crucial question then becomes, how do we unearth these buried desires? How do we learn to distinguish between the wants imposed upon us and the authentic longings that resonate deep within our being? And most importantly, how do we commit to our desires in a way that fosters well-being and a sense of genuine purpose? It's not about impulsively chasing every fleeting whim, but about becoming aware of our core desires and navigating their integration into our lives. Therapeutic approaches offer valuable tools for this journey of self-discovery. Here are 3 techniques that can aid in revealing and engaging with our desires. Free association, central to psychoanalysis. This technique, pioneered by Sigmund Freud, involves spontaneously verbalizing whatever comes to mind, without censorship or judgment. In the therapeutic setting, this allows unconscious thoughts, feelings, and desires to surface. By bypassing the conscious mind's filters, free association can reveal hidden patterns, repressed emotions, and the underlying currents of our desires. The therapist acts as a guide, helping the individual interpret these associations and understand the deeper meanings behind them. Dream analysis, another key psychoanalytic tool. Dreams, often seen as the royal road to the unconscious, provide a rich tapestry of symbolic representations of our unconscious desires and conflicts. Analyzing the manifest content, the remembered dream, and working towards understanding the latent content, the unconscious meaning, can offer profound insights into our hidden longings and fears. Exploring the emotions and narratives within dreams can illuminate desires that are suppressed or unrecognized in our waking lives. Mindfulness and meditation practices, while not strictly psychoanalytic, these practices cultivate present moment awareness and can create space for observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment. By quieting the external noise and internal chatter, we can become more attuned to the subtle whispers of our inner selves, including our authentic desires. Regular mindfulness practice can help us identify patterns of avoidance or repression and create a greater sense of self-awareness, allowing our true desires to emerge more clearly. Responsibility for our desire doesn't mean recklessly pursuing every fleeting impulse. It means bringing our desires into conscious awareness and acknowledging their existence. It's about engaging in a dialogue between our inner longings and the external realities of our lives. We must negotiate with the demands of society, our relationships, and our practical needs. Life requires us to be responsible, to weigh and balance these often conflicting forces. Choosing to ignore our desires entirely, however, often leads to a profound sense of dissatisfaction and a diminished sense of self. As the insightful American psychologist Abraham Maslow famously stated, "You will either step forward into growth or you will step back into safety." Often, embracing our desires, even in small ways, requires us to step outside our comfort zones and risk the uncertainty of the unknown. Similarly, the renowned Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst Carl Jung wisely noted, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." Our unacknowledged desires can indeed shape our choices and experiences in ways we don't understand, often leading to feelings of being stuck or controlled by external forces. Bringing our desires into the light of consciousness allows us to take a more active role in shaping our own destinies. In conclusion, the journey of understanding and embracing our desires is a lifelong process of self-discovery. It requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to look beneath the surface of our conscious wants. Listen to that inner voice, that quiet whisper that may seem faint amidst the clamor of external demands. As Sigmund Freud himself advised, though perhaps not in these exact words, pay attention to the subtle language of your inner world. It holds the key to a more authentic and fulfilling life. If you enjoyed this video and found it thought-provoking, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Your subscription helps this channel grow and reach more people. Share this video with anyone you think might benefit from it, and let us know your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Thank you for being here.